Every guy I know that's frustrated with their lives share one or more of these things I'm about to share with you. He keeps losing because he's stuck. He's listening to the voice in his head rather than the things he's sure of. He's doubting himself because he doesn't believe in himself. The biggest barrier between the life he wants and the other side is his way of looking at how to go about what he needs. Let me show the guy that's frustrated how to get out of his own head. You know what? Let's get it. I'm going to start with sharing 8 barriers to confidence. Much of this conversation comes from a well-researched and well-written article by Rosabeth Cantor. To develop the confidence of working toward goals, you need to avoid these 8 traps. Have you heard of the little engine that could? I think I can, I think I can. But you're the opposite. You think you can't, you think you can't. So you don't. Self-defeating assumptions are the brain's way of locking in a defeatist attitude. A British Olympic runner is so rattled by her misstep that cost her a contest that she dropped out of the next contest altogether. You win only after you think you can. You don't think you can after you win. Put away those assumptions that assume anything other than victory. You know how we set goals to run a marathon and we haven't gotten off the couch yet, but then the goals don't work? This is because the gap between a giant goal and today's reality can be depressing and demotivating. Goals that are too big or too distant are demotivating. Confidence comes from small wins that occur repeatedly, with each small step moving you closer to the big goal. Okay, check this one out. A lot of y'all can relate. If you've ever been on a diet, let me know if you've done this before down in the comments. You go hard in the paint, lose the first few pounds, and feel so good that you reward yourself with chocolate cake. And when the pounds go back on, you feel so discouraged that you have to have more cake to feel better. The never-ending cycle is because you're declaring victory too soon. Take the baby steps and realize that victory isn't a destination, it's a journey. Stop to smell the roses, but ignore the chocolate cake or whatever your impulsive choice is. To build your confidence, think about building the confidence in others and creating a culture in which everyone is more likely to succeed. Whether through mentoring or recognizing their strengths, do-it-yourselfing is actually counterproductive to your goals and aspirations. Giving to others boosts happiness and self-esteem, as numerous research studies have shown. Supporting them makes it easier to ensure that they support you. Confidence rests on taking responsibility for one's own behavior. Whining about past harms reduces confidence about future possibilities. Blaming someone else is taking steps toward removing responsibility, which is the foundation of confidence. You can't be confident if you're not comfortable taking responsibility, even when it isn't directly your fault. Listen when I say confidence is the art of moving on. Okay, so don't defend yourself if you're not being attacked. Apologize for your mistakes, but don't apologize for who or what you are. Defensiveness suggests you need a reason to prove you are something to someone who doesn't make or break your situation. Often, cracks in the armor in our own head make us get defensive when we haven't done anything wrong. We think we might do something or we're capable of making a mistake, so we try to get ahead of it. What if you use that same energy to think, wow, I'm capable of greatness? Confidence stems from knowing that there will be mistakes, problems, and small losses en route to big wins. Confidence grows when you look at what can go wrong, think through alternatives, and feel you're prepared for whatever might happen. Neglecting to anticipate setbacks, it isn't confidence, it's a lack of preparedness. Look at the big picture in all circumstances and move with the knowledge that there are multiple paths to great things, but all of these paths have bumps in the road. And since we're talking about confidence, let's understand that confidence is a sweet spot between despair and arrogance. Overconfidence is, for example, the bane of economies. so to speak, the irrational exuberance that preceded the global financial crisis, or corrupt leaders who assume they're so necessary that they won't get into trouble for embezzlement or other foolishness, or individuals who have swagger but feel entitled to success rather than working for it. Arrogance and complacency lead to neglect of the basics, deaf ears to critics, and blindness to the forces of change. And sure enough, like the old proverb that says, pride goeth before the fall, the slide into a losing streak, man, it often begins with a winning streak. But a little humility goes a long way to moderate arrogance and keep just the right amount of confidence. So remember, it's not enough just to feel confident. You have to do the work. If a guy is losing, take a step back and look at what you're doing. Be honest with yourself. Are you doing enough to get the promotion? Are you taking the chance to get the girl? What can you do to get more speaking engagements? What extra can you do to get the job you've always wanted? How much do you believe in your creativity to build the life you want? When you discover this, you're not losing anymore. You're winning. And if you're winning, you'll be the first to know that confidence is definitely your superpower.